Around 2300 BCE, dog owners in the Babylonian city of Eshkol were fined heavily for deaths caused by their dogs biting people. Surprised? We are too. Of course, that is a really long time ago, so there's no way to know for sure where rabies first infected humans. Our story doesn't end there. Surveys regarding the rabies virus resulted in two main misconceptions, one being the type of infection rabies is. Many believed it was a bacterial infection instead of viral. Bacterial infections are different than virus because bacteria are relatively complex, single-celled creatures with a rigid wall and a thin, rubbery membrane surrounding the fluid inside. They are capable of independent reproduction. In addition, there are good types of bacteria, and antibiotics are designed specifically to kill bacteria. Viruses, on the other hand, are tinier. The largest of them are smaller than the smallest bacteria. All they have is a protein coat and a core of genetic material, either RNA or DNA. Rabies, for example, is an RNA, as is Ebola. Unlike bacteria, viruses can't survive without a host. They can only reproduce by attaching themselves to cells. In most cases, they reprogram the cells to make new viruses until the cells burst into a catastrophic explosion of pain and sorrows. Not really sure about that, but we do know they die, or in other cases, they turn normal cells into malignant or cancerous cells. Again, rabies is a virus. Much like Ebola is a virus, they have their similarities, and they also have their differences. Between both viruses, there is much confusion on the incubation period between exposure and contraction. The incubation period of rabies is typically 1 to 3 months, but may vary from less than 1 week to more than 1 year. The initial symptoms of rabies are fever and often pain or unusual or unexplained tingling, pricking, or burning sensation at the wound site. The rabies virus is a jerk, to say the least. The virus first enters the human body tissue through the animal who bit them. Their saliva carries the virus. The virus then replicates itself in the muscle near the initial bite. Since rabies is an RNA virus, it is prone to mutations or alterations during the replication stage. After this, the virus moves up to the peripheral nervous system to the spinal cord. This cord leads all the way up the spine into the human brain, something that you wouldn't want a virus to have control over. It doesn't stop until it gets to the brain, which then causes fatal encephalitis, which is the swelling of the brain. Finally, the virus enters the salivary glands and other organs, which ends the patient's life as they pass the virus on to the next person. But maybe petting the cute angry doggy was worth it.